People don't often bring their parents to work, but I wanted to bring my mom to HSBC and tell her story because what happened to her when she was a child has positively influenced who I am and what I do at work. I think the aspect of my mother's story that probably had the biggest effect on my life was that people who didn't know her, didn't know my grandparents, my other family members, risked their lives to save them from probably certain death. As much as an opportunity for remembrance, this speech has been billed as lessons from history of doing the right thing and applying those lessons in our everyday work.
I was 10 years old and I remember very well. It's a rainy day, March 19, 1944, and the German troops invaded Hungary. They were already marching when we woke up. And that's when the terror started for me on March 19. This is a yellow star we were forced to wear, so that everybody can see that we are Jews. We're not supposed to be on the street in certain hours. We're not supposed to go into certain stores. Eventually, my mother's family were shipped to Auschwitz. Immediately after arrival, most of my mother's family went to the gas chamber. 5 people were not sent to Auschwitz. My mother, her 2 sisters, me, and this is a cousin. The rest of them all died in Auschwitz. It's a very sad picture for me. I survived because of the help of strangers. Total strangers who just felt that this was the only thing to do for them, and they saved Jews. Mr. Raoul Wallenberg was an incredible human being, a Swedish businessman who was giving out fake papers to these people applying for Swedish citizenship. My parents were taken away 5 times. One time, Raoul Wallenberg saw them standing in the line to transport them to Auschwitz. He pointed to my father and 2 aunts and he said, "Oh, this is my family," and grabbed them out of the line. So from then on, my family referred to him as Cousin Raoul. Very, very brave man. The Aerocrest party consisted of the Hungarian Nazis. They were terribly cruel and systematically, Yellow Star House after Yellow Star House, they took the Jews to the Danube and made them undress because they wanted to save the clothes. They wanted to save bullets also. They tied 3 people together and shot one with a bullet, and the other 2 would drown from the weight of the dead person. 18,000 Budapest Jews were killed like that. This would have also happened to us if it was not for this one man, Sergeant Ganzner. Sergeant Ganzner was a German, and he was in this building where we were hiding. The war was ending, and the Germans are losing. And when all his superiors left, he chose to stay because he realized that if he leaves, the Hungarian Nazis will empty the building in an hour or so to take them to the Danube. Every day, Sergeant Ganzner stood at the gate and at gunpoint kept the Hungarian Nazis away. And he actually saved about 1,000 Jews. Eventually, after the Russian occupation, the Jews actually put him into civilian clothes and they tried to smuggle him out. It was already too late. He was caught and executed on the spot. I saw in that 1-year period extremes of human behaviors, brutal, selfish people. Then I saw also the other extreme, behaving beautifully, bravely, and sacrificing their own life and saving others whom they didn't even know. Otherwise, I would not be here today.
As we consider the stories today, the value of courageous integrity comes to mind. It's hard to believe that it was 75 years ago that this occurred, but ultimately those stories still have meaning to us today because we still need to ensure that people have justice, that they're protected, And I'm not trying to equate what happened, the human atrocities that occurred with protecting people against financial crime, but when I think about what others have done when they risked their lives to do the right thing, it's what propelled me to become a prosecutor, and at HSBC to protect communities from transnational criminals who would launder money through our bank. Ultimately, we always have to have that inspiration behind us of being the best that we can be and being courageous in what we do.